has better health than she did when she was 83 when she started on the product. So just amazing things that are happening. And I just want to give you a kind of a peek into what is that doing for the individual. This is Dick Sauter. Amy came to a meeting I was doing in Wisconsin, and she said I had a whole new perspective on aging when I left. It was more about the telomere than anything else. So they were concerned about her father-in-law, who was getting to the point where he couldn't take care of himself anymore. It was that bad. He's 82 here, he's 83 here, he's 87 here. Taking care of himself, driving, working out. I mean, he's doing amazing, very quick-witted, he's funny. Jojo and I have done lots of presentations out there with them in Minnesota. This is him at 89 years old. He's 90 now. And he's high functioning. He's got his quality of life. Again, as an individual, what does this mean? And Bill Andrews says it's a phenomenon. We're seeing everybody get results. There's no way you could put it in your body and it not work. And everybody is different. It's kind of like a fingerprint. Everybody's telomeres are different, just like a fingerprint is different. So he said it's a phenomenon. I'm seeing so many different results reported back directly to me from people with their wellness. Bob Sheridan in the Boxing Hall of Fame, he's known as the Colonel. And the whole boxing community got to watch this. The hospital sent him home right here. They couldn't do anything for him. His cardiovascular system was too weak. But the body, it has an innate ability to heal itself no matter how old you are. So this is 2011, December. This is 6 months later. 6 months later, and all he did was talk about the product in the interview. The boxing interview from Fight News, they said, what in the world happened, Bob? You were in critical condition. We thought we were about to lose an icon in the industry. What'd you do? Starts talking about how he got on this product through his wife, who got it from their friends, Dennis and Sharon Allen. And here he is 6 months later. This is him a year later, sitting at home in his recliner. He bought a sports car, got a ticket going 120 miles an hour. I mean, you talk about quality of life and having that vitality and that ability to do what you want, when you want, physically and mentally. Even the mental clarity and the being able to process things. 120 miles an hour, you got to have pretty good reflexes. This is Jill, who's an amazing, human being who's just an angel on this earth and a top income earner in our company, actually. He's making a multiple seven-figure income annually, helping people to have that quality of life. I don't know a better area where you could help people. If you wanted to make an impact in somebody's life, I don't know a better place than with their health. And to do that holistically. This is 2011 when the product was released. This is 2020 at 61 years old. And it's not a glamour shot. It's a selfie with their phone. This is a selfie from about a month and a half ago. Dr. Paul Arciero did clinicals on our studies, clinicals on our products that ended up in peer-reviewed medical journals. There's Dr. D right there, who's on the Zoom here with us. Again, she's living the principle of health at a higher level. See, 42, this is quite a few years older. But look, she looks younger. It doesn't matter how old you are chronologically, you still have the innate ability to thrive. We're now supporting the body nutritionally on principally based, scientifically as well, to live that principle of health, which is going to give you a different effect. If you're not taking this, you're going to get one effect. If you're taking it, you're going to get another effect. It's cause and effect with every decision and every choice and every action that we take. So again, just amazing results. My daughter at 12 years old noticed a difference on the first day. Within 3 days, the whole class, the whole dance studio where she danced 5-6 hours a night was asking her what she was on. Within 3 weeks, the owner of the studio got on this product right here. This is in her dorm in San Francisco. That's the products right there with the Isogenesis. She said, don't let me run out. My son's teacher in 3rd grade, once we put him on the Isogenesis, he's been on those shakes since he was 18 months old. Within 3 days, the teacher called my wife and asked what we did to Carter because his behavior and his control, and his thought process changed so much that she noticed. And he wasn't even a bad kid. So I had a motocross accident at 40, I think I was about 47, 48 when I did that. And I picked up motocross at 46 because of this product and the youthful aging. I hadn't ridden a dirt bike for 20 years. The doctor said it would take up to a year before I'd stand on this leg again with all my weight. I was running stadiums in 3 months from the day. And I was in bed for 6 weeks. I was in the wheelchair for 4 weeks. 2 weeks later, I'm running stadiums. A couple weeks later, I was back on the dirt bike. So the body's healing process, and we're even talking for athletes. Bill Andrews, the geneticist, is an ultramarathon runner. He says, I can't wait till I turn 70. He's 68 right now. He's crushing the world record for a 100-mile race, a running race. He's crushing the record for a 70-year-old. And he's running faster than he ever has. At 68, he's running faster than he did at 40. He broke a record in his 60s that he did when he was 40 years old. He beat it by 50 minutes. Athletes love this product. The military, we're blowing away the records that they have in obstacle courses and pull-ups. I'm not talking about 2 or 3 or 4 more pull-ups. Try 20 to 25 more pull-ups. Beating the record by 20 to 25 pull-ups, the obstacle courses, world champion CrossFitter, Isogetics, 58 years old, last year, world champion CrossFitter. Right out there where Dr. D is. I met him in Boston when we were doing some presentations out there. And athletes love it. We have professional football players, basketball players. I mean, I went from running a 10-minute mile to a 7-minute and 30-second mile in 5 days on the product. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe what was happening. And Bill Andrews and his wife, Molly, she's the first female to complete La Ultra in the Himalayas at 18,000 feet. It's 138 miles, and you got to do it in 60 hours or less. So you don't sleep. You run continuously. She got on the product. They started running faster, recovering faster, better stamina, endurance, everything. She's the first female and the 7th person to complete that race in under 60 hours. Bill did it the following year in his 60s. He's the oldest person to complete it. So athletes, absolutely, I can go on in so many different areas that would touch so many people's lives. It's not just for people who are having challenges. It's for people that you know that have cells, which have telomeres. Who do you know that eats, right? So who do you know that breathes, that has a heartbeat? This is going to be a benefit for them, whether they're an athlete or whether they're experiencing, not such a great, quality of life. So the telomeres play such a huge, instrumental, and critical role in our lives. The only reason an NFL football player retires is because their telomeres got shorter. The younger kids have longer telomeres. That's the only difference. With the mice, they literally got younger like the younger mice on every level. Their bones, their muscle, their cardiovascular system, even their skin and hair, everything got younger. And so that, that's why it was given the Nobel Prize. So if you can put 2 and 2 together here where you can support your telomeres nutritionally, it's a really big deal for everybody. It takes everybody's life to the next level. I can very confidently say that. And so could Bill Andrews. He did. So this is my entire family on the products. I want to talk about, our shakes, which our grandkids love. We're 3 generations into this. Delavine loves the shake at 8 months old. Her parents decided, she needs great nutrition. As soon as she can start sipping stuff out of a cup. This is Cosette. Here she is here sipping it out. Here she is drinking out of a cup. I think Cosette's 5 now. And just amazing results that we get because you are what you eat. And what we're eating today is killing us. And it falls short. Even the raw food diet, we went up against the raw food diet. That's what Dr. Paul Arciero did. It was the macro diet, your 30, 30, 40, carbs, fats, proteins in a raw food diet against our products. We blew it away like they were eating Pop-Tarts and Cheetos. Literally, I'm not even kidding around. It was an outlier. It made Dr. Paul Arciero famous when that got published in PubMed, the most distinguished medical journal. And and the reason why, they weren't eating junk food while they were doing when we were doing our products. Look, 1 bowl of spinach used to give you enough iron. Great, then you could eat spinach and you could get the iron that you needed for a week. Not anymore. 51 bowls of spinach in 2007 to get the same amount of iron from spinach. That's a UCLA study. It's not just spinach and it's not just iron, it's minerals across the board. In fact, there was another government study called Senate Document 264. It says nobody can eat enough fruits, vegetables, and grains to supply their body with the minerals it requires. Can't do it anymore. There's not enough minerals in the soil. Even organic falls short when it comes to the mineral density, and they do still find pesticides and herbicides and fungicides in organic, even USDA certified. But most people are eating this. Why? Because their bodies go acidic. It's fast, it's convenient, but it's not healthy. And it makes your body go acidic, which means you're going to crave this more and more. Acidic bodies crave acidic food. You want to be alkaline. You want to be pH balanced. And it's minerals and nutrients that help you get there. About 90 different nutrients. 60 of them are minerals, which are no longer there. So good luck. That's why people are craving sugar, coffee. Even healthy people that seem to be healthy, athletic, they're still looking for energy. The biggest problems are energy and pain. And athletes are looking for more energy. and they're turning the wrong places for it. Stimulants. And your body should produce that energy and light up the mitochondria and the brain through nutrition. You just can't do it anymore. You just got to watch the documentaries. Food Matters would be a good one. They said there's no way you can get pH balance anymore from food. You have to supplement. It's a requirement. You have to. It's essential because it's not there anymore. So when you get acidic, your telomeres are shortening faster right here, which means your DNA is damaging faster. It's called accelerated telomere shortening. And kids' telomeres are 10 years shorter than they used to be. That was the front page of USA Today. Do you remember reading that? It was back in 2012. Front page. Kids' telomeres are 10 years shorter than they used to be because we're so highly acidic. And a lot of people are eating all processed food. So thank you, Isagenix, John Anderson, for creating the perfect food. Clinically proven and taste and observationally. I've been on these shakes for 15 years now. I love them. I look forward to them. I literally look forward to them. Remember, like when my body was acidic, I used to look forward to certain unhealthy things like ice cream, Snickers bars. That's how I am about the shake, only it's not unhealthy. It's the most perfect food you could take. It's raw. It has enzymes in it to deliver it. And the 90 nutrients to get you to homeostasis, pH balance, they're in there. Oh, and by the way, the reason we blew them away in the clinical studies is because there's over 200 active ingredients in here to support all of the different parts of the human anatomy. John Anderson, who did what 40 researchers couldn't do in over 10 years, same mind that put this together. And Isagenix is committed to quality. They want to become the most respected and trusted company in the world, and in the process, create the healthiest people on the planet. We have a lot of products, you guys, and the more you add, the better it gets. But these two right here, taking a shake every morning, 2 pills in the morning, 2 pills at night, done. The quality of life, the mental, the attitude, everything goes up. How do I know? Because I've been doing it for 15 years now, and I've been doing it for about 9 years with this. This was a game changer for humanity. One shake will get you to homeostasis in about 5 to 7 days. And so, again, just any added testimony you guys want to add. Laura, you own gyms. You could see people when they got on the nutrition. You could see the contrast before Isagenix and what the contrast was while they were on Isagenix. And it wasn't just one thing or two. It was like a multiplicity of things, like a plethora of things that happen for people when they get on these products right here.
It's just so obvious. I mean, I could just tell as people walk through the door, there's a certain glow that happens when you are nutritionally balanced from the inside out. You know, people were coming to us to lose weight or look better physically when you own gyms, but then you realize how quickly the shift happens when you are balanced on the inside, and that impacts your biochemistry. So if you want to get more emotionally and mentally balanced, that happens at a biochemical level, through food. So I would just say, for everybody who's sitting here just thinking, trying to get healthy, this is the most no-brainer way you can get started, and it's delicious.
Yeah, and thank you, Laura. And Dr. D, you said you were interviewed by the company. You did a video. They had you and Lisa in a video for the company because you guys are such rock stars and you really care about people and you want to see people's health improve. That's why, you got into being a healthcare professional. And you said in that video, this was the single greatest thing you guys had instituted in your office was bringing this nutrition in.
Oh, without a doubt, Dave. Things drastically changed in 2011 after that phone call with you. And so I'm forever grateful. We're forever grateful for that. And I have the unique opportunity to see, we look at physiology. Just like Laura said, you can see when people come in, who is on the program. And we have that opportunity that we can see from a health standpoint, to be compliant. It was a game changer for us because I was convinced beyond anything else that I've seen before. And we were already using high-level nutrition. So when you see a program that's just so easy to use and you see changes in such a short period of time, case closed. And so now it's mandatory, Dave, in our program, in our clinic, when someone comes in for our spinal program, our neuropathy program, this is a tool that we use that's mandatory for people to get well.
Yeah, it's the body that's the miracle, right? It's just we've learned more about the science of the body and the science of nutrition. they've married each other on a level that they never have before. We truly are pioneering something, and you've seen that in the results. And so many people do. Dr. Dennis Harper. Oh man, I love that guy. And he said it was the single greatest decision he had made because it made him look like a better doctor. And at first he was very skeptical until he tried the products himself. And just one more testimony, Angela, I don't know if I can put you on the spot here. You've been about 2 months now on the product. You have the Isoglow. You're out like tearing it up and walking on. You're on your walkabouts now, right?
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, I've been on 10 weeks on the products, and every day just gets better and better. It's so wild because I've already started to feel better than I have felt ever in my entire life, probably since I was like 10. And then every day I feel even better. I can't wait to get out on those walks. I can't wait to vibrate high all around people. People are wondering, what is she doing? What is she doing? I had a former neighbor stop by my house, tired, listless, lost some hope, feeling just sluggish, etc. And by the time she left my house, we had hooked her up. She was so excited, and I've talked to her for a couple of days now. She is already feeling fantastic, and actually said that God sent her to my house. And I felt it as well. I just got goosebumps talking about it. I have to tell you that the telomere support is absolutely key, essential. Nutrition in the body is the absolute perfect complement for that. And I've got goosebumps right now. I can't even believe it. So yeah, and I used to drag myself to get out on those walks, and now if I don't go on a walk for a day, I'm feeling it. Like I can't wait to get out there and get the body pumping. There's no soreness. I feel in touch with my muscles and my entire tissue. I feel like, wow, this is functioning properly and excelling. So yeah, amazing.
Exactly. I remember feeling my muscles when I got on the products, and I could just feel it. It just was an amazing feeling. Thank you guys. Such a blessing. And John Anderson, here's Angela, 2 months, somebody who's just getting started on the product she mentions already feeling it. John said I could change people's lives through nutrition in 3 to 5 days, guaranteed. And they give a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And here's some extra immune support too as well. You can add this to the shake, and it actually wakes up the immune system and gets it looking for things rather than being reactive. The virologists are saying vitamin C and D3 are important right now in today's current circumstances. 2 Puerto Rican cancer doctors wrote an article on our vitamin C back in I think it was 2008, saying it's the best vitamin C they had ever seen. And that was really cool for us as a company. 2 cancer doctors just took it upon themselves to write an article. And then our D3 combined with CoQ10 and resveratrol right here in the cytoactives. And very absorbable. All of it's assimilated into the body. That's the amazingness with Isagenix and the science behind the products. Now, both of these, along with the Isogenesis, you can get them in the complete essentials pack, which is an AM PM pack, with a lot of other things in there as well, your vitamins and omegas and other things that are beneficial as well. So that's extra immune support on top of, Bill Andrews said this is the greatest immune support he's ever seen. And Dr. Michael Colgan, who founded the Colgan Institute, said our one shake boosts the immune system by 500%. And he wrote a book about it called The New Nutrition. He had never aligned his name with the company. And now he's with our company, and he's made products in our company, and he's one of the doctors on the...
Hey, Dave, can I add something into that right there?
Yeah.
So in talking about immune support, you guys, this, we're talking about opening things up and sending everybody out into the streets, and this thing is just not going to be gone. So the importance of preparing our immune system now and having our army strong, so when we get out there, our bodies are able to combat and fight and support itself, is absolutely essential. So we're home now, so we're all safe, but it's when we go out there, we need the immune system. So preparation is now. You got to get that ready now. So that's why we're talking so much about immunity. It's so important right now.
Yeah, thank you, Jojo. Absolutely. You don't have to feel vulnerable or victim or, like Angela was saying, helpless. There's so much hope that's built into our message. It really is a movement. So this is my results. And this was when Isogenesis came out. Really turning back the clock. That's when I was wrestling. That's how I was when I was wrestling at 16 years old. In fact, I had better endurance and stamina right here than I did when I was 16 years old as a wrestler. But it just goes to show nutrition. This wasn't working for me in the first picture. It just wasn't working. And now I get it, and I love sharing the message. So we're the most overfed, undernourished country in the world. Here, we're getting more nutrition. It's actually better than getting to homeostasis. It's taking people's lives up above that. Like my daughter at 12 years old, everybody was asking her what she was on in 3 days. This is the price of that meal back in 2007. Today it's $10.50. We're under $3 a meal. You add the isogenesis, we're still half the price of this meal. So if you did this every day versus this program every day, there's the cost, $315 versus $164. Almost half the cost of this. And this doesn't have any principles of health in it. It shows up. I mean, it's cause and effect. This has principles of health on an unprecedented level. So, yeah.
You know, we just, Angela just told me about an Uber driver that added up how much money he was spending on fast food. Guess how much it was? $900.
$900 a month.
$900 a month because he was doing 3 meals a day driving Uber. So 3 times $315, $900 a month eating fast food. And Angela was watching him slowly die. Unreal.
Yeah, it's accelerated telomere shortening, and it's a crash course towards and not a quality of life. Where when you add the principle of health, you guys, it's the exact opposite. 33 compared to 50. That's a couple years ago. I'll be 52 next month, I think it is. In June, I'll be 52. So it's just such an incredible message that we have. People are already spending money on food. We're just saying take a portion of that. Most people save $100. But like that guy, he gets on the shakes, he loses the cravings for that other food. How much money is he going to save? How much do you save if you give up your Starbucks habit? So we're just talking about replacing one meal because it's less expensive. Minerals are abundant, you guys. The earth is filled with them. You don't have to make them. They're already made. They don't cost a lot, minerals. It's a matter of knowing how to put them together and having integrity and vision like our company does. So they eliminated membership. It used to be $29 to get the wholesale price. We eliminated the membership but not the wholesale price. All you're going to do is pay for the price of the products. Now you order them online so you get the information back to the person who started you or got you here. They'll get you set up, get you your own website. You have your own health food store online, and you're just paying for the products. It's amazing. So the company had set this up to facilitate creating the healthiest people on the planet. It's more word of mouth. And isn't that how you would do it as a company? You'd be really smart to compensate people who are using the products if you have an amazing product. Well, we're an $8 billion company. And what they've done just right out the gate is if you share it with 2 people, create 2 customers, just get them the product, this pack right here, we call it the Forever Pack, they'll give you $120 cash. We're just getting 2 people introduced and started on the product, like Angela did with her friend who said it was a God thing that had her show up at her doorstep. Now, if you teach them to do the same thing, why not put $120 in their product, in their pocket? It's not just exclusive to you, it's exclusive to everybody. So help them make $120. Guess what? When you share it with 2 people, they pay you a residual income. Do you know what residual is? That means again and again and again. That's our compensation plan. Me and my wife are coming up on $10 million from this 6% because we shared it with 2 people who are still using the products. We get paid 6% on every product order from every single person every time. So this facilitates that. Now you have 4 more people using the product that you'll get paid 6% on. And now they're getting a residual income. So if you help these 2 to understand that, they'll give you another $450 to accelerate that, just to facilitate it. That's a total of $570. That's about how much I made as a mechanic a week. You could do that in 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes. Probably couldn't do it in 2 minutes. But I'm telling you guys, this is such a blessing for this world, even before the current circumstances, but now even so much more because of the current circumstances. And when I got this whole 6% thing, I couldn't sleep. We call it psychologically unemployable. I'm not very good at math. I had my football coach for math. But when I understood that I got paid 6% on every product order, and if everybody just ordered this pack, how would that multiply out? Well, by the 7th level, I would be making more than I did on my paper route, waking up at 4:30 every morning, delivering 200 newspapers to try to stay ahead of the bills, raising a family of 5. Couldn't do it. I never had enough money to get through the month, not even doing my paper route. On the 7th level, I was making more than my paper route. And it was passive residual. They just kept reordering the products. And so I was making that doing nothing. On the 8th level, replaced my income at work as a mechanic, where I worked probably 60 hours a week to make $2,200 to $2,500 a month. It replaced that. In my personal results, the disclaimer, because the time, energy, and effort that I put into it, I replaced that income at work in 4.5 months. It'll be different for everybody. You could do it faster, you could do it slower, you could do it not at all. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but I said, why not? I love helping people. That's why I became a mechanic. So I went from changing people's oil to full-time changing people's lives. On the 13th level, that was a dream. This was a dream. When I understood how much I could be making by the 13th level, it became a dream and a goal for me. Now we've surpassed that. This right here is a fairy tale dream come true. Financially speaking, fairy tale. I have to throw that in there because it's like I get to live a fairy tale life. It's a dream come true. And me and my wife now, we make in a week and a half what I used to make in a year. But that's not what excites me. What excites me the most, well, it excites me, don't get me wrong, but this excites me more, changing people's lives. That's why I'm still doing it 15 years into this. I don't have to work for money anymore. It comes in passively, residually. We're creating more and more millionaires. I think we're up to like 320 millionaires now from customers. Walmart hasn't made any millionaires out of their customers because they're not doing what our company's doing, allowing you to share and get paid for sharing. So this is my life now. I get to change people's lives. I'm still working with a product and a service. I used to be oil and rotating tires and changing spark plugs. I don't do that anymore. Now I get to live my life the way I want. And I want to help people, but I also want to go on great vacations. Last year, we went on 3 dream vacations. So this is how the company's impacted me as an individual. And if it can impact me like this, it can impact you as well. You just have to make the same decisions I do. Share with other people and help them to share. So we went on a safari for 2 weeks. This is all last year. Then this was an impromptu vacation where we went to Disneyland for a week. And then these 2 vacations cost more than I made in a year as a mechanic. And I made more money while I was on these vacations passively. The money just kept coming in while we were gone on vacation. And then we went to Europe for 10 days. All in 1 year. I'd have never gone on those vacations as a mechanic. Never. Not like that. So I want that for everybody. But you've got to help people. You've got to help people to be able to experience this kind of life and help them to help other people. So how do you get started? Get back with the person that got you here. Decide which products you want to use. We used to have a wholesale membership or decide which flavors. We already know which products. The Isogenesis, Telomere Support, and 1 shake every morning. This is a month's supply right there for $164. We eliminated the membership, but not the wholesale price. And you can share with 2 people if you want to. You don't have to. If you do, $120 in your pocket, and you get paid 6% on every product, every order, every person, every time. And here's the other products I talked about in boosting the immune system. So you can talk with the person that got you here and they'll help you make that decision and which flavors. There's other flavors. You need to know what those are. We have a flavor called birthday cake, chocolate mint. We have some household favorites for sure. So with that, Laura, I want to toss it over to you. We're going to invite people to stay on. I'm going to go more into depth on how you get compensated weekly, how you can make some bonuses. Like Angela made more in 7 weeks than you did in 3 months at your job, right? Your underpaid job, but you made more in 7 weeks than you did in 3 months. And you're just about to hit the highest rank. You have until tomorrow to hit that rank. She'll have made over $3,000 in around 2 months.
It's actually more.
Actually more. Well, yeah, I think you made that the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
How did
it's
she
amazing.
do that?
The bonuses are amazing. And of course the 6%, absolutely. But the bonus, the company has really just implemented this amazing bonus program that just helps you kick your business off on a level that, well, it sold me. Let me tell you, I'm so excited every day.
And something that you didn't even have any interest in and that you were kind of skeptical about, you're promoting
was.
now. And you do not have to be a salesperson. In fact, we would rather you weren't a salesperson. Laura St. John's going to go into right now. How do you share with people? How you invite them to take a look, educate them, and then inspire them so when they leave your house or when they get off the phone, they're excited and they have hope. And so we want to invite those that want to stay on. We're going to go into depth. It'll be about a half hour. We'll go into how you get compensated with the 6% and the upfront bonuses. So Laura, I'm going to toss it over to you to, educate us on how to help people understand what we have here.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave. And thanks for everybody for hanging on. I think this is an important part. I think just what Dave shared is so imperative and everybody's story is so amazing. It all starts there, right? Your belief, your story, it's so, so important. That's actually the most important energy, I think, that gets duplicated. People don't think, you can duplicate yourself, but you duplicate your energy by what do you believe about these products right now? And, just take the pulse, I would say, on yourself. What do you believe about these products right now? Are you a 10 out of 10 about this science? If you're a 10 out of 10, you can start sharing this science right now with other people before you even go much further. You don't have to become a molecular geneticist. You don't have to become a teacher, a nutritionist. You just have to have a heart and a mouth to tell people about it and text people about it. So this is really a very heart-centered thing for me. And that's why I love this team here. Everybody, there's over almost 150 people tons of people on Facebook tuning in right now because something drew you here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and talk systems because this was really, really difficult for me. This is where I would stumble and fall all the time for years. And when I first met Dave MacArthur, I was just like, well, this sounds amazing. I've literally been putting this Isogenesis in my body for over 5 years. Like at 38, now I'm 44. I'm like, I just heard anti-aging and I started taking it, but not knowing the depths of what you now know. Okay, of what he just shared. But I saw the impact on my body and I was already using the shake. So I was just like, all right, I'm sold on the simplicity. I love the simplicity. I love starting people just on 2 things and not 11 or 12 things because it doesn't even ding, ding, ding smell like a diet. Like this is so lifestyle. So I want you guys to think about, who in your life can you help with these 2 things? Okay, and starting with yourself at this foundational level. But where I would stuck would be on the system side because I'm not really a systems person. I'm a big visionary person. I see the end game, but I couldn't figure out the steps. And I was like, Dave, how do we bottle you up? How do I take this energy that you've been able to have this incredible success in Isagenix, making millions and millions of dollars and help people, whether they want to make $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, the sky's the limit. Something about Isagenix that is so beautiful is it matches the human potential, which is unlimited. Okay? If you believe that you were created to be an unlimited being and that energy can come to you, flow through you, all that, then this is for you because they match the compensation plan unlike other compensation plans. And that's why I'm excited that Dave's going to take even deeper dive with us for those of you who are like, all right, ready to roll up my sleeves. But I'm going to go through the systems part because then he's going to show you how it gets to be an unlimited amount of income. Okay, but you've got to start somewhere. And again, the steps were the hardest for me. So when I started working with this Forever Pack team, I was like, okay, what have I done really well in the past? I've helped scale businesses. Okay, somehow I see the intangible beauty behind this plan, and it is principles based. What Dave's going to share with you is now you've learned the principles of the science behind the product, and you're going to learn the steps from me. But what he's going to also share is it's so principles based that it's not like, oh, this thing needs to be proven. The products have now been proven, right? Just put it in your body. Now the compensation plan, it's not like in a study. It's been proven. So then it was like, well, how do you get your people on track with a 3-step system? And I was like, Dave, can I just be a fly on the wall on these webinars, this, that, I'll help you assemble it, because I've grown our past businesses from 300 to 700 locations. Like, I've been able to scale businesses really big by recognizing some of the magic sauce that you might just be like, wait, what did he just say? Oh, no. We all need to say those words. Okay, we all need to say those words, or at a minimum, hit play and send the people the video if you don't want to spend the time memorizing the words. Okay, so that's what we spent so much time doing. I'm going to share my screen, I think, if I can, to share the Forever Pack backend system, because literally this took months. This took months to create. Okay, so I'm going to share the 3 steps. Okay, the 3 steps are welcome call, compensation plan, marketing plan. Okay, those are the 3 steps. Okay, and everything needs a simple 3-step system. So when you are getting started, this is what I want to share with you. You just got started, and I'm going to get to that, how to talk to people, which is so important. But once someone's started, the getting started part then is the next most important part. You already brought them to the what are the 1 or 2 things that I can help you with. I'll get to that in a moment. But now they're in. The welcome call is so important. So when you go to Forever Pack and you go to team login, anyone can go to these 3 steps. Okay, so the username is Forever Pack, P-A-K, and the password is the number 1 team. When you log in, you're going to see the 3-step system. Okay, and this is what I was able to extract from Dave's brain. I said, what do you do first? And he would get these people on a welcome call that could also be what he would call a Freedom Day call, which is starting to really talk about their goals because of how he orchestrated his questions that to me had no resistance. So it wasn't like, there's a lot of bells and like red flags that go up when you're like, okay, now go get your 2 people. And people were like, whoa, I just want to put this stuff in my body. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not a salesperson, right? Like he was just saying. But then I was learning these little one-liners from him that, again, I had the ability to extract. So that's what I do with businesses. And he would say things like, no, you don't need to be a salesperson. Like, you just buy the products. Like, I set you up with your own account. You just buy it. Little, like, genius golden nuggets that are now threaded into this 3-step back-end system for all of us to share and memorize. And if that's not enough, there's literally weekly calls that he runs pretty much daily to support you that are open to everybody. So there is no excuses now for anyone who's really wanting to be like, I want to make $500, I want to make $1,000, I want to make $10,000 a month, to not drop into the system. So step 1, welcome call. It is a YouTube video. And again, it's me, but it's me using the Dave words, okay, of what I learned. Things like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your belief about the Forever Pack or about the science that you just learned? Okay, that's in the welcome call. If someone's a 10, then it goes on to the next sentence that I learned from Dave, which is, you can start, sharing the science right now and impacting people's lives and, getting your products paid along in that process. How does that sound? And you wait, and they say yes or no. Okay, now, I spent time memorizing this stuff, but again, if you don't want to spend time memorizing it, it's embedded in. And to me, when I grew our education company from 300 to 700 locations, and I'm like, I have to work with teachers in inner cities to rural areas to different degrees and different levels, different backgrounds. How do I get every teacher to be amazing who's already good and go to take an teacher and make them at least good? And it was embedding these words into scripted lessons. So it's the same concept, guys, that we put these things in that, like, you do not need to go figure things out. You can literally just share the welcome call video and download the welcome call worksheet, or even do the welcome call slides yourself if you have enough, that you're like, I'm going to do this with people now. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. Like, there's a staggering, but like, it will lead you, and if you ever watch the show Gold Rush and you see like the rocks going down the gold mine until like the gold gets out, like it will lead you to your golden nuggets. You don't have to go figure out whether this person's going to be your next biggest business builder or not. Okay. This is a sifting process of questioning that is so simple. That's the genius again behind it, just like the Forever Pack itself. And it is so easy because you're just saying, along the way, you could get your products paid for. Does that interest you? If someone says no, that does not interest me, which most people don't say no, then to just be like, all right, well then, would you refer them back to me when you're seeing people in pain, or when you're seeing people in a couple weeks from now, like saying, oh my gosh, Angela, like, what are you doing? Will you just at least refer them back to me? Is that okay? And again, you're getting yeses and nos. You're literally walking them through the process. So if you're not doing this, this is your first, I have my ding, ding, ding bell. That's your first ding, ding right now, that we spent a lot of time creating this system. And if you're ready, if you have time right now on your hands, get schooled, as Willie said the other day, like school yourself on this. Learn the welcome call video, write it down, do it with your people. And you could go back to people now. If you've enrolled people and you're like, you know what? I haven't done a welcome call with you. I know you signed up 3 months ago, but I really want to go through this stuff with you. So I would start there. As soon as they say yes to that question, which is, well, first of all, if they're not a 10 out of 10 on Forever Pack Science, then that's your first ding, 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 that they did not watch the video. So you then invite them to a Monday night call, or you send them back to the home screen of Forever Pack and say, you're not a 10 out of 10 on the science. You don't know what, listen, I get it. You just wanted to change. You just wanted to get this stuff in your body. I love that you loved my story. You need to go see the science now of what's happening inside your body at a cellular level. Go take the 20, 25 minutes, watch this thing that my friend Dave put together. Okay, that's it. Okay, and then I just send them again to press play. You don't need to memorize anything. Go press play at foreverpack.com. Okay, so that's your first ding, ding, ding. And their second ding, ding, ding is if you, as soon as you say, you can get your products paid for, you can start sharing the science with other people. Does that interest you? As soon as they say, yes, that interests me, you send them to step 2. So step 2 is already embedded in here with you. Okay, so step 2, I'm like, oh, you're ready for step 2. When we hang up on this welcome call, you're ready for step 2. Step 2 is Dave MacArthur describing in 20 minutes how this compensation plan works. Okay, so again, you don't have to start, you can draw out the you share, they share. Absolutely. Again, if you're at a level that you can start doing things hands-on with people, by all means, do it. But don't do all of it. Like, even if I can do it, I still send people to step 2 because I don't want to plant the seed that they're going to need to know as much as I know. Okay, I would rather be like, you're totally ready for step 2. Go watch this awesome video. This is you share, they share. This is how you get to, this amount right now. But this will help you no matter this. Just go see my friend Dave's story. He just wanted to take his wife to dinner and a movie at first. And I literally plug him all day long. I'm like, now he's, making $90,000 to $100,000 a month on this stuff because he's impacted hundreds of thousands of people's lives. Okay, so I just use that story all the time. And then the Freedom Day video is me and Lenny Evans and Dave MacArthur going through like the next step of it, of, again, the Freedom Day Builder. So this step 2, if you're not using it, this is the very basic, like 20-minute how the comp plan works. And then if you're excited about it, watch the Freedom Day call video. And we could even do that together. Or we'll hop on a Freedom Day call. We'll go through, what would your stepping stone goals be? Like, what's hurting you right now? Like, do you got bills you want to pay? Or like, what's your dream life? You want to get to that dream step of like life on vacay. Like, what does that look like and feel like to you? That is all embedded in here. And that, again, took time of me just sitting there with Dave and being like, Dave, will you just hop on a Freedom Day call video with my friend like Alicia? And like just watching in awe of the questions that he would ask. And I'm like, I need to just package those. And they're in here, guys. They're in here. So ding, ding on you if you're not using it. Okay, that's your awakening moment. Like slap, slap from me. So like start using it. Okay. And okay, then step 3 is like, okay, now you're all jazzed up. Like you're going to be next when you see Dave share this compensation plan that's unlimited like you. And you're going to be like, I just want to tell more and more people about this. What do I do now? What are the words? Okay, well, first of all, we've packaged the words. Okay, now this is back to me. And if for those of you who ever came to our Forever University in real life last May, I was like the art of connecting person. Because you do not connect with people with your brain. Okay, knowledge and logic come second. People say yes because of your heart. People say yes, and this is literally sales 101 of whatever you sell, even in a car. People say yes to things for emotional reasons because we think we're going to be happier when we have it. Okay? So if you can tap into you and your heart and helping people, okay, I got really happy when I help people. And if you can imagine yourself getting messages from people and waking up from all over the world being like, because of you, you changed my life. Because of this product, like, look at my mom now, okay? Just dancing around the kitchen, or look at that, woman that was just moving, and, Willie's messaging me that she's like in her 80s, and I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I love her. I'm so inspired by these people, like even right here on this broadcast right now, okay? So the art of connecting is literally how to stop overcomplicating it, step out of your own way, and start speaking to people from their heart. Simple words are in here. Like, either people are going up or people are going down in life. They're either what I call the up spiral, they're up spiraling, which is like everything about my Strong Confident Living brand and everything that I represent is up spiral, or they are down spiraling. Okay, now you tell me in the comments, where are people right now? People are down spiraling. They're stressed out, they're exhausted, they're scared, they're in fear, they don't know what to do. Okay, there's a lot of news and a lot of chaos and a lot of things coming at us that is like, oh my God, I just feel stuck here. And it is our job to help people get unstuck. Okay, stuck is just a feeling. How do we get people unstuck again? We open our hearts and we take a look at the people and we say, you know what, that sounds hard. I think I can help you with that. I was introduced to this Forever Pack thing. I'm starting it myself. It's 2 products. It's the simplest nutrition on the planet. It's easy. It's cost effective. I don't even have to think about it. It's that easy. And it's helping me and my family in like an unparalleled way. I've never felt this good. Okay, this is why I started Take Your Pulse on What You Believe, because this is going to be the most important thing that you duplicate. Okay, you can duplicate this 3-step system, but you are going to duplicate your energy. When I first started, I still was a little bit skeptical. So who did I attract? I attracted a little bit skeptical people that hemmed and hawed and questioned me back because I was questioning it myself. Okay, so if you're questioning the price, you're literally going to attract like a magnet every single person being like, how much is it? I don't know. Is it worth that? Okay, so you need to elevate yourself by tapping into our trainings until you're a 10 out of 10, not just on the science of the Forever Pack and the logic and the knowledge behind it, like Nobel Prize winning stuff. You need to be at a 10 out of 10 in your heart. And that's what this step 3 will help you do. Okay, because when you start getting those messages from people saying, because of you, this shifted in my life, thank you. And you're like, thank God I had the courage to open my mouth and say, I think I could help you with that. Okay, so that's what step 3 is, how to do that. And then also how to bring it to market. So it's like, this is gonna now then be how to build out your calendar to match, and Dave, I love when you told me a bunch of weeks ago that you were just at the point in your training of telling people, you got like, what does your calendar look like? How many people are you talking to a day? And that training is literally like, okay, people, ready to roll up your sleeves now. How many people are you going to talk to this week? You could talk to 10 people. You could talk to 100 people. Every business starts with a conversation. So who are you having conversations with? Who's your target market? Go talk and find the old you. Okay, the old you that started this, whether it was 3 weeks ago, 3 days ago, or 3 years ago, and start there. So literally step 3 is, now how do I talk to person? How do I actually open my mouth? Or what do I send people in a text message? That's in here again. So if you're not using these flow charts and stuff, and again, it's almost easy not to because it's so simple. It's right here in front of our faces. Okay, so that is so important to me that I think that you guys need to recognize, do I have the extra time right now on my hands that I can really roll my sleeves up, dive into this training and say, who can I help today? Whether you go through your phone contacts, whether you go through your Facebook or Instagram, whether you just allow yourself to sit. My favorite, I sit with white paper. Like who can I help that blank? But there's everything in here, guys. The memory. So that's it. So I'm just gonna stop it. The 3-step system, it's all in there. Everyone's given the same tools. And this again, just like you're unlimited, this is an unlimited playing field. You don't need a degree to run this. There's high level business trainings in here. There's resources for the people that want to dive more into the science. There's the website links, packs, everything. So once you get someone down to that, are you ready to get started question, okay, which is in here. So you build out your calendar, you talk to people, and then the final thing is, are you ready to try it? I'm so excited to coach you. And stop. You have to wait for responses without making assumptions. And then once they get started, repeat steps 1, 2, and 3. They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. If the answer is no right now, you don't need to drag anyone. They're not a magnetic match to you right now. Keep going. Okay? Build the resiliency. And then the ones that do say yes, you jump right back to step 1 welcome call. Okay, which is going to sift through the gold for you. So I'm just, I'm psyched that this is still in, just so laid out for us now. And I really invite everybody to use this a lot further and really think about right now, not just duplicating this system, but duplicating your own belief and duplicating your own heart. And where do you need to get to a 10 out of 10? Where do you receive skepticism? Is it in the price? Is it in the products? Is it in the ingredients? And that is your reflection in the mirror to say, I need to build my belief in that area. And then just go do that. But don't stop going into action. Continue action along the way as you learn. So thank you, Dave. Thank you, William, Jojo, and everybody here.
Wow, Laura, I could listen to you all day, seriously. Just as you were just finishing, I just thought every challenge you're having shows where we need to improve, where we need to grow. So many gold nuggets, no pun intended. I mean, literally. I've watched that show, The Gold Rush or whatever. They don't just put gold nuggets floating down that thing. If they did, everybody would be gold mining, right? So they have to go through a lot of rocks to find that gold. And that's what we've got to do too. I like how you said that resiliency. Just dust yourself off and keep going. Awesome stuff. I just got to do this.
That was easy.
It really is, right? So let's just remember that, you guys. They're there. It's there for you to be able to use that simplicity. Thank you so much, Laura. That was amazing. And just one other thing, when you were bringing it up, I just wanted to interject. The questions are relevant, you guys. The questions are so important. And it is just a matter of memorizing them. And Laura is the great extractor of thoughts and processes. John Anderson's the extractor of botanicals and nutrients. You're the extractor of thought processes. And you just got to memorize those, you guys. It really is that simple. Don't overcomplicate it.
And what I love about it is if you don't want to, if you I love literacy in words. Yes, thank you for calling me that. I am the extractor of thoughts because I hear it and I'm like, oh, that is the gold. Oh, there's the gold. They're in there. If you send someone to foreverpack.com just to learn about the science, they watch Dave MacArthur's 25 minute video on the science. It's in there. And it's the same thing with these 3 steps. It's you could literally watch it. So people will watch that step 2 compensation plan and text me that they're getting goosebumps. So I was like, of course, because it's in there. So, over time, spend the time getting to know it, but know it is in there. So use it. So thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. I'm going to stop the recording so we'll have that as one piece. And then we'll go into